All right, guys. Dude, I'm on Instagram, and I mean, there's a lot of irate people going off about Trump and Epstein and all these cover-ups and all this shit. And I'll tell you what, man, I hope to God that we can get enough people to just storm the White House and drag these frickin' time and just demolish the government, start all over. I don't know if you can do that. I really don't. Because if that ever happened, then you would be sitting ducks for China and Russia, who would invade, which they would. So, I mean, you're screwed. That's why I always say in my videos, you know what? The only way out of this shit is Jesus. Because if people did wake up to these pedophile, child-killing rapists that are in the White House, including Trump, for anybody who doesn't think Trump is involved, you're out of your freaking mind and you're a dumbass. Okay? The guy is trying to stop any files from coming out. He doesn't want any of his buddies being busted, let alone himself. His name is mentioned 15,000 times in the Epstein files. I'm going to say it again. Only a fraction of what was going on with Epstein, of these files that came out, only a fraction. Can you imagine? Because you know damn well that Epstein was taking videos of what the hell Clinton and everybody else was doing to these kids. Now, speaking of Clinton, Bill Clinton just testified claiming that him and Hillary didn't even know Epstein. This dude, these people are the lyingest son of a bitches you could ever fucking meet or even look at or whatever you want to do, man. I mean, my God, they got picture after picture after picture of Hillary and Bill and Epstein all together. And this son of a bitch comes out and says that Hillary never even met frickin' Epstein. Doesn't even know the guy. Dude, all they do is lie. Lie, 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 lie. But anyway, here's my question. If videos came out with the Clintons raping little kids and killing, doing what, man, if all these videos came out, because like I said, they're not going to bring them out. Oh my God. Can you imagine videos hitting social media showing these politicians raping kids and killing kids, dismembering kids, eating kids, whatever the hell they were doing? That would be, unfortunately, that is what it would take for these freaking stupid society to wake up and actually do something about it. Okay? I mean, you got the proof right in your hands. You don't have to see the videos to know that it's not true, that it is true. Okay? You know they were doing it. But people are just freaking that dumbed down. They are not going to, they would literally have to see the videos. But the government is hiding those. They're not going to let them out. They're not going to let them out. But anyway, man, here's what I'm asking. If society ever did rise up against the government like a Tea Party way back then, like the Roman Empire that fell once upon a time, that nobody has an explanation how it fell, I think that society back then finally got sick and frickin' tired of the Roman Empire and the government and the military treating everybody like shit. And I think they finally got together and rose up and overthrew the government. That's what I think. But anyway, man, I'm asking you right now, what would this government do if people were to rise up? See, that's why you guys got to go against it now, because once they get artificial intelligence up and running, you're screwed. You guys are jacked, because once they get that shit up and running, and they start chipping everybody's brains and doing what they want and hooking that shit up to AI or whatever they're going to do, then you are jacked. Okay? You got one last chance to overthrow these sick, demented, pedophile demons. Okay? I'm just saying, now would be your last chance. You got to burn down the 6G towers. AI, they're building factories with AI. They're going to make AI stronger than you could ever even imagine, man. They got freaking hydrogen power that's going to run it so it never has a backup system for power, for energy to keep this AI up and running. So if there's a power failure, it's never going to go down. AI is what's going to make you a slave. Like you're a slave already, but you ain't seen nothing until AI is up and running 100%. Then you're screwed. Then you're effed. Okay, then you're done. You won't have a chance to overthrow the government then. They're going to have a lock on you like you ain't ever seen. Okay? That's what the government wants. You're a slave now, but they want your ass they're going to lock you down like you ain't ever seen. But what I'm saying is, if society grew a pair of balls and finally stood up and went to frickin' do what they got to do to get these sumbitches thrown in jail, what do you think the government would do? You think they're going to bow down and just take it? Or would they just set off some nukes and nuke, you know, I'm sure they would. I said it before, they would nuke you and they'll just blame it on Iran. They'll blame it on Russia. They'll blame it on China because they're all in bed together. All these governments have one thing in common: the slaves. Okay? China's got their slaves. North Korea has their slaves. Afghanistan has their slaves. All these governments have their slaves. And you, ladies and gentlemen, are the slaves. Okay? That's one thing they got in common. They like that power, man. They like their slaves. So what would the USA do if people rose up and threw a tea party? Okay? They would nuke. They would run into their little mountains, slam the steel door where nobody could get in. They'd hit the red button. They'd nuke your ass. Okay? I'm sure of it. They're not going to go down without a fight. They're not going down, period. According to the Bible, they're not going down. Okay? You will be forced to take a mark to buy or sell. That tells me that the government is up and running and doing extremely well. Okay? The Bible tells me that the government is not going to be overthrown, that Satan will all the way until the end, until God himself takes him out. That's what it tells me. So, unfortunately, like I say, with all this pedophile crap going around, nobody's going to stand up. And I'll tell you what, man, again, once they get AI up and running, full steam ahead, everything you say on social media will be translated by AI. So if I were to sit here and tell you the government is evil and wicked, okay, AI is going to just change my words, and either that or just wipe out the video altogether so nobody sees it. That's what AI can do. Okay? AI could take my words and change them into other words that are pro-government, that would support Trump and things of that nature. See, that's how deadly AI is going to be. They will have total control over every freaking thing you say and do. So social media will not mean shit. Okay, you got a limited window right now where people are openly speaking, getting out the truth, revealing the evil that is going down. But soon, it's all going to be covered up, man. Like I say, once they get AI up and running, man, you are done. You're done for. You won't be able to do shit. I mean, you could literally talk to somebody on the phone and that freaking AI could intercept that and change it and block it and do it at once. I'm not kidding you, man. These guys, Mark Zuckerberg, all these big shot, whoever they are that run the freaking world, the governments, the AI is going all over, dude. China, Russia, United States. AI is, dude, they want that damn thing up and running 100%, and they're giving it all the juice and the power it needs. And that is bad news for the slaves. Okay? When Satan and the government want something that bad, it's for a reason, and it's bad news for your slave ass. It ain't gonna be pretty. Guys, Jesus is the only way. Eyes on Jesus. God is the only one that takes these evil SOBs out. And that is that. Praise the Lord, guys. Peace out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.